Sultai control. Again, this deck is base. This is a base blue-black control deck, splashing Assassin's Trophy and Pulse in the main deck, and then an Abrupt Decay in the sideboard. And again, we always talk about how you want to be fixing problems when you add cards or make changes to archetypes in Modern. And I think adding these green cards to this deck, I want to apologize for throwing you Democracy at you to pay that pile, cries and sub gifts. It's okay, Brecken. It was already in the queue. We were going to play it eventually. I think both Assassin's Trophy and Pulse of Murasa solve problems that blue-black control has in Modern. Trophy lets you answer problem permanence, and Pulse lets you stabilize in the mid-game by gaining extra health. What I think both of those are valuable things to be doing that blue-black control can struggle with. So, like, you can get out of range against burn or aggressive decks that you're playing against. It's been a rough day. Do I still have tickets? We have play points. I'm actually out of tickets, so I need to go. If we don't cash this league, I have to go sell treasure chests before I can play more. But that's fine because I'm out of what's it called anyway. So it's our last league for the day. I'm not gonna lie. Could this deck play Eternal Witness? One, I don't think you need Eternal Witness. Like so I posted this deck on Reddit because I wanted to get clicks on my website. And the number of people on Reddit that wanted to just cut cards and add more grindy value cards to this deck was absurd. Just like people are like, can we cut 1 and 3 mana spells and like play Hieroglyphic Illumination and like all these other cards that were just like slow and clunky. I was just like, y'all really like to stumble and die in Modern. Like, this deck arguably already has too much clunk in it, borderline, and like adding more is just the opposite of what you want to be doing. Decks like this need to optimize not dying before they optimize getting more grind in. Unmoored Ego is in the sideboard for big mana decks. It's there for Valakut and Tron. It also can come against some fringe combo decks like Ad Nauseam. Yeah, there are a lot of people that really wish they could just grind in Modern, and just grind in general it's a tough access to have. This is a format where you get rewarded for being able to kill people, not for being able to grind it out. Stream Decker, thank you for the reminder. I actually really hope we play against Tron too, because I want to see if my sideboard plan is good enough against Tron. I don't know that it is, so I would like to play and see it in action. It's good against KCI too, yeah, that's true. So, Scalding Tarn, Steam Vents. Unless my opponent gives me something to show that they're Grixis or Jeskai, I'm going to do my best to play around Blood Moon. Bump for green-black zombies. Thank you, J-Ray. Fair warning, I had a few other people bump things for standard, so I need to see where it shakes out too. I'm probably gonna do a long stream tonight though. We'll see. I don't have any plans tomorrow other than hanging out with the kids, so I can be a little bit tired. I don't think Illumination is an upgrade over Opt. Opt increases the range of keepable hands a deck like this can have. Opt plus 1 land and other 1 mana spells in the draw is like a reasonable keep in a lot of situations, especially if you have a Scry. Whereas it's possible I should play this to fetch Basic Forest, but this start it makes me think they don't have Blood Moon. Yeah, this is the last Modern League of the Day, Civilized Scholar. I have to be done by 5:30, which is 2.5 hours from now. So unless I get like smoked in 3 really fast matches, if we're winning matches with this deck, it's going to be a 2-hour league. I'll be back tonight to do standard. So this is my last Modern League of the Day. About 5.5 hours from now, I'm going to sign back on again to do some standard. I got to prepare for it, Justin. Do you get a decent number of viewers on Friday with FNM going on? It depends. It depends more on who else is streaming than anything. I probably should have opted there. It probably doesn't matter. Yeah, I probably should have opted there so I could play a land and snap up this turn. Here's a few bits. Also for standard zombies, thank you, Navier, for the support. I appreciate it. They are playing the Arclight Phoenix deck. Okay. Yeah, maybe I should have played the fetch lands here because I can't push the Phoenix next turn. Deal. You're the best, Civic. Do you have something you're thinking about playing at the end of turn, opponent? What's wrong with roping in arena? Oh, you mean when people salt off? Yeah. Yeah, no, no timer's perfect. Roping in arena actually generally, at least that generally takes less time than waiting 10 minutes on Magic Online. It's a decent pickup. I think I'm gonna snap opt this turn if they don't give me something to fatal push. You can report users for it. It's just not in client. If you go to the normal support ticket site, you can report users for it. Yep. It's not intuitive. It should be easier and more direct to report people, but you can do it. I don't fault anyone for not knowing it exists. Roping is timing out, Justin. It's referred to roping because there's a little rope that ticks down in Hearthstone. Do they have 3 spells to play this turn? Doesn't look like it. I think I'm gonna fetch a basic island here just in case. I'm not sure what you mean, Autumn Wizard. What do you mean by the last part? Blue-white, Geist, many PW is horrible. Union Private, glad to be here. Keep up the great work. Thanks for the 213 sub, Private. Welcome back. Do I want this? I don't think I do. I think I'm like looking for like Cryptics and Gearhulks. I'm gonna play this Misty Rainforest out and then just like leave this uncracked until I need to fetch, snap, push a bird. Nice, Navier. Yeah, Sarkin's great. We played a Grixis Dragons deck on stream at 4. If they get their bird back here, I just like go tar pit, untap Damnation, right? Untap tar pit Damnation, just like take my lick for. So we're going to 12 here, but I think that's fine. This is another matchup where Pulse of Murasa is really going to shine because this is a matchup where we have the tools to stabilize, but they could reach up and kill us with burn after we've stabilized a bit. So being able to like gain 6 to 12 is very valuable. What's the record? This is match 1, game 1 with this deck. Yeah, that's true. If we really wanted to, like, not take a hit, we could do that, but that's probably not a particularly good play on average for us. All right, so we got 3 cards in hand here. We'll see if they're able to put the bird back into play. We can also stifle the Phoenix trigger with Nimble Obstructionist, which is quite good. That's probably more relevant than pulsing their thing. No, the mill deck was very bad. Trash Blue Pirate, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. I appreciate that. Thanks for keeping me employed here this month with that. If they put 2 birds into play here, I could be in trouble. Now, I guess I just snap Damnation. I only have 1 Arclight currently. So I'm going to 9. I'm going to go to 8 off this fetch land. They have 1 card in hand. I think I just want more blue sources, so I'm probably going to fetch Breeding Pool tapped when I snap push this next turn. Yeah, I definitely need to kill them. Are they a Bedlam Reveler deck? I guess that makes sense. Bedlam Reveler's pretty good. Really want to draw a Cryptic Command here at some point, which would be ideal. Yeah, I guess it makes sense that they have Bedlam Reveler in their deck. Any reason to not tarp it? Yeah, I wanted to fetch a dual land, which means I don't have enough mana to tarp it. Yeah, the opponent, something close to the opponent's deck was on stream with the Dallas Open. I have a counterspell? Sure. Looks like Bedlam. Jace, sure. All right, so we basically just need to race them here. I'm gonna snap push this. We'll untap Trophy Bedlam Reveler plus smash them for 7. A Phoenix Reveler thing in the ice sideboard. That actually sounds kind of sweet, Hippity. That's a big boy. That's a big boy, chat. It's a big boy. Happy Spooktober, Zeke. Welcome back. Thanks for the 7-month resub. I appreciate that. I ran out of cards to draw. Yeah, I was playing I played a triple Scrying Pool, triple Feasting Vargeist deck. I definitely decked. I didn't put enough damage in my deck. Death felt kind of weak to me in the Warhammer game. I have decks that I like playing for the other 3 factions, but finding a decent death deck has escaped me so far. So I have 1 more basic island in my deck, so I can snap Assassin's Trophy something. Yep. Two spells. Yep. Yeah, without seeing a Cryptic Command, we're kind of just getting buried here. So we're going to 2. Our fetch puts us to 1. I mean, everything's always up on YouTube banner. All heads to the YouTubes after the fact. I'm gonna like trophy this Phoenix, and then they're gonna have like just have a lightning bolt in their hand and kill us with it. And my party's a bunch of people gets presents. What's going on, Marty? We've had some substances in your absence this afternoon. Hey, what's going on, bud? He's back. You broke 200. Marty, I don't know if you were here earlier, but I actually mentioned I talked to my Twitch rep, and I was like, we really need custom presents for people who have gifted large number of subs. The opponent's playing blue-red Arclight Phoenix. Yeah, it's possible all the lands are out of their deck, but like fielding them down to 5 mana doesn't really accomplish anything. It's a shame I didn't draw Collective Brutality this turn, because we could have threatened lethal here. Could just like smash with everything and then kill them with Brutality if they blocked wrong. Hey, Shane Eaton, thank you for the brand new tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Yeah, Cryptic was lethal too. Am I dead yet? I get a bunch of looks to try and kill me here. Yeah, we're gonna die to the Phoenix. No, the Snapcaster Mage has flash. Oh, they chose to draw 2. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Is this a Negate matchup? Probably not. No, I didn't have any pushes left in my bin there. Is this an Ego matchup? I guess they don't have that many threats, right? I can see it being an ego matchup. Yeah, I guess they are trying to cast lots of spells. Do I want Damnation in this matchup? Maybe I don't. I think the spheres sound good. You're playing 4 Leyline and 4 Spellbomb? 4 Leyline, 4 Spellbomb is absurd. I think 4 Leyline Mardu is fine. The list on my website is good. I think I just like this. I don't know if I want Ego. Maybe I could board in 1. Logic Knot's a little clunky. I'm gonna board in 1 Ego. Just the tip. Just a little bit. It's half the Egos. No, I think Pulse is good, Justin. They have 8 lightning bolts in their deck. So I think Pulse is gonna help us just like not die a lot of the time. Yeah, Bedlam Reveler's a horror. Bedlam thing in the ice is synergy to a degree. I think Cryptic's good. I think Cryptic not only can counter like their Bedlams as the game goes long, but it also what's what I'm searching for? It also can like tap their team and draw a card. Just like Fog draw a card is secretly Cryptic's best mode. Not if it's not a secret. If you keep telling everyone, you're not wrong. Tron's played 4 Relic in the main in the past. So Fog Bounce Snap comes with some liability because if they kill your Snapcaster Mage in response, you don't fog their creatures. Actually, fun fact, that's the reason why Finality in Standard doesn't target the creature you're putting 1/1 counters on, because they don't want you to be able to kill the creature you're targeting with 1/1 counters and then counter the sweeper. How many Phoenixes are happening here? 0. That's good for me. Just boop that one right on the nose. Just boop it. Boop it on the nose. All right, let's find out if they have a Dispel or a Spell Pierce here. That's probably a reason to have Damnation in my deck, which I don't right now. Yeah, the random flashes of colorless creatures that pop up on screen have happened for a long time. I turned the auto tapper off because I hate both myself and my opponent. I don't value either of our time. That's interesting. Is Consume still in? No, I cut the Consume first, actually, because Consume doesn't kill Phoenix and it doesn't kill Bedlam Reveler. All right, they've been an Arclight here. It's a thing in the ice. I'm gonna snap Opt here And then I think on my turn, if we hit the untapped land, I'm just going to go ahead and Torrential Gearhulk Abrupt Decay. Just like get that done while I don't have a Disdainful Stroke or anything like that up. Gearhulk plus a couple of Gearhulks to snap and whatnot. Close the game very quickly here. Especially with a the Gearhulk Cryptic as backup. Worth noting how much better Abrupt Decay was than Assassin's Trophy here. Just like not giving them a land was very relevant. They'd be +2 lands at this point otherwise. I'm streaming later today. Yeah, I'm gonna poke back on. I'm gonna sign off for about 3.5 hours. Then I'll be back on later tonight with standard. It's a big chupacabra. Chupacabra. That's really weird. They chose to bolt my Snapcaster, bolt me, rather than double bolt my Gearhulk. That's gotta be wrong. I'm gonna do this now. If there's potential that like this gives them a chance to get it back next turn, but they only have 1 card in hand. I guess they could have a Braid. I don't know, seems loose either way. Taking a big chunk. Maybe they didn't expect me to be able to race them. Yeah, I'm really happy with how the website's turned out. Both the standard and modern decks on there. If they tap out here, they're dead because I just Torrential Gearhulk Cryptic, tap their team, attack them for 5. Untapped mana. Untapped mana. So if I Gearhulk the Cryptic Command and I draw Black Source, they're guaranteed dead. If I Gearhulk the Cryptic Command and they have a Lightning Bolt and I don't draw a land to Fatal Push, tap, bounce Pyro, that doesn't accomplish anything. I think I just try and push lethal here. They've already played 2 bolts. It's like they have to have their 3rd bolt in 31 cards. And like, even if they have the bolt, if I draw an untapped Black Source here, I still kill them. I do not have a Honey Link any longer. That promotion ended for my channel. I appreciate you asking though. They let the Cryptic Command resolve. They brought in Surgical Extraction. Oh, bounce Pyro works. Okay, I see what you're saying, because you bounce it, and then, yeah, you're right, you're right. Okay, yeah, I understand what people are saying now. I didn't understand before, but I understand now. Good news, they're dead to Creeping Tarpit next turn. Just leave these back so we don't die. I do have Magic the Gathering cards in my deck. You're not wrong. They surgically extracted my Cryptic Commands in response to the Gearhulk targeting them. The Cryptic was never cast, chat. You got 3 cards. What are they? I mean, they binned another. They brought in multiple surgical. Good to know, I guess. Do any of the charms say destroy target artifact? Rakdos charm destroys an artifact. Abrade's another card my opponent could be playing that could destroy an artifact. I like playing decks like this, Justin. I just think on average, the power level of decks like this in Modern tends to be a little bit lacking. It's nothing to do with personal enjoyment. It's everything to do with like the power level of what a deck like this is doing in relation to the rest of the format. There's a lot of red charms that shatter. Can you give me a viable reason to not play this deck instead of elves? You mean for you to not play it or for me to not play it? I think if you like playing this deck, you should play it. As far as like the invitational goes, yeah, I don't think this deck can be built in a way to beat Dredge. I think regardless of how I slice this deck, it's going to be really pretty medium against Dredge. Lead on Opt here, because if I find Cryptic Command, I want to cast that. Collective Brutality. Yeah, that's perfect, right? Because I can, take a look at what's in their hand, fetch a land, kill them with Tar Pit. I've not played Dredge recently. It's in the queue, but we haven't gotten to it just yet. Look at that. All right, so they're dead. Modern's all about picking decks you don't want to lose to. Metagaming with this deck would be me choosing to play this deck and then saying, I can normally never beat Dredge, so I'm going to put 4 surgicals and 4 ley lines in my sideboard. That would be doing bad metagaming. Because I could never play Dredge and then have terrible sideboard cards. I always show up to big tournaments and play like mopey decks that are just trying to be interactive. And I think I just want to show up and like have a deck that kills people at the Invitational. I think is where I want to be in life. Just want to like pick a deck that just like actually gets them dead. How many subs does it take to get Nivik timed out? I need 64 for my next emote. So 20. Thanks, Jackal Girl. I liked writing that one. It's been a while since I've done a deep dive on a deck, and that one felt good to write. Yeah, of course I gave you a number. Nivik would suck it up for 10 minutes to support the kingdom. I need 1 cut. Do I not want all the Damnations? I don't want to trim Cryptic Command, because it's like the card I kept hoping to draw. I could just trim and opt. I don't hate that, actually. Let's do that. We're on the draw. We have plenty of lands. I like that. That's a good suggestion, Jocko. I think I don't do that enough, I think. I don't just like look at my deck full of cards that I want to draw and go, okay, let's trim the filler. I applaud you for locking. Oh, I missed it. I applaud you for locking in elves. It takes a big person to play a reasonable deck and not indulge their ego with beeps. Thanks, Scholar. Hey, Benicini. Thank you very much for the very generous 5 sub gifts there. I appreciate that. Thanks for supporting my content. Okay, we get to see how good Damping Sphere is here. Hopefully the answer is very. Put these 5 gifts towards a Divik timeout, please. Gonna play this. My plan of drawing, I bottomed that opt because I was gonna play Damping Sphere, which makes my cantrips worse. And then we just drew a bunch of lands. Just barely not Anarchy. I'm gonna kill the Pyromancer. It's gonna take him a little bit to flip this thing with Damping Sphere out. Crowd-funded time. It's the natural next level, right? Crowd-funded timeouts. So they binned an Arclight Phoenix, and they're doing this, but they can't cast another spell this turn, right? How much should I have you go to the Invitational with the Owling Mind costume playing Tron? I don't want to play Tron. Tron's just not, like, just isn't the type of deck that I enjoy playing in a tournament like that. Click of your mouse, Justin. Don't get abusive. Yeah, sure. It's not quite as bad as like Serum Visions or Sorcery Speed cantrip, but I think it makes it bad enough that I don't want to do it. Elves. I think I'm pretty confident I'm just going to play Elves at the Invitational. As far as those things are concerned. And then I think for standard, my current leading pick is Blue Black Pirates, but there's a couple of Grand Prix between now and then that could affect that choice. So I'm actually going to Grand Prix Milwaukee in November, which is a standard Grand Prix. So I intend to do there. I intend to play Pirates there, I think. So this is a very small sequencing thing, but you'll notice I went to trophy this and then I paused. I want to trophy this inside of combat because the Phoenix explicitly triggers at enter combat, which means if I gave them the 3rd untapped land there, my opponent would have been able to play a 1-mana cantrip through the Damping Sphere and then bring their bird back. That's fine. That gets Abrupt Decay. You like how my opponent's down 10 minutes on clock? I don't. I was wondering if you all did, though. What's a grand? I only know what Magic Fest. You got me there for half a second. I was about to start explaining what a Grand Prix was. They surgicaled my Fatal Pushes, right? Yeah, so I don't need to save this for Revolt. What's your opinion on skews in the 75 of this deck? I don't have enough green sources. Green's a splash. Same reason you can't play like double green cards. I'm going to counter this because this is their most likely way to get Phoenix back into play because it makes mana. Am I supposed to sword you, Justin? You've technically asked to be sorted. You've accidentally asked to be sorted. Wow, we got baited. It's really unfortunate. Yeah, this is just not ending up well for us. Just every play I make gets punished. God bless us, everyone. Remember, chat, if you have to choose between being lucky and being good, choose being lucky every single time. Every single time, choose being lucky. You remember what happened last time I Cryptic Manamorphose? They only have 2 Bedlams in their deck. It was right to do it last time, and it's right to do it this time. They're gonna Bedlam me again. I'm gonna like curl up under my desk and cry for a minute, and it's fine. It's fine, okay? Yeah, where's my Gearhulks at? Clearly we need a 3rd Gearhulk in this deck. Even a Snapcaster Mage would be fine here, honestly. Damping Sphere's been very good. Damping Sphere has prevented their birds from coming back, which is valuable. So Pulse doesn't get us back anything yet, but it does buffer our health total potentially. So it takes them 6 mana to triple cantrip. Takes them 1, then 2, then 3. I guess. Like, you can't flashback Faithless Looting this turn. I don't have Cryptic Commands anymore. Do you think you can flashback Faithless Looting? Because that's not a legal play. I'm supposed to just Damnation this, right? I'm supposed to just Damnation this and just like I think I'm supposed to Damnation this. Just like hold the oh yeah, that's a creepy boy. I think we're winning. They're almost, not only are they almost out of threats, they're almost out of clock too. This 45-minute game 1 living up to our 2.5-hour league expectation. Justin, I need to be up front. If this league is still going at 5:30, I have to stop playing and go get my children, okay? So just be aware that if this league is looking like it's gonna last more than 2.5 hours, I'm not finishing it. Fair's fair. My children are important. So if I attack with Creepy Boy, I can't Gearhulk opt because it costs 1 more mana. Matt can go get them. Will somebody please take out the children? Yeah, that's fine. Just let them time out. Yeah, and part of the reason why this match is taking so long, right, is like I'm up 10 minutes on clock here. Get them an Uber. Now, I think I want to save the pulse tracks for if they kill my Gearhulk or my Tar Pit. Like, we killed them. Stupid surgical extractions. How many surgical extractions do they boarded in 3 surgicals against me? Good lord. You got me. You have surgical my trophies. How can I ever win the game now? I don't know how we'll ever win the game anymore. God, imagine if these surgicals like been cards with text boxes. My cryptic commands and my fatal pushes are in exile. You got me. This is match 3. This is the first match. We've won the first match. Game 3, first match. Sure, you played your land and then flashed back faithless looting. But wait, we have cards. What's going on, folks? Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome. We're 1-0 with Sultai control. This deck, if you've never seen it before, is one of the many decks that you can find on my website, jeffhoagland.com. There are links to both standard and modern deck lists at the top. Modern, there's almost 60 decks up there. Ton of great, awesome content. There's deck lists and videos. Who am I? I stream full-time here on Twitch. I'm here playing Magic 30, 40, 50 hours a week. We play 100% constructed on this channel. They did concede, Justin. We play Modern on Magic Online, and we play Standard on Magic Arena. If you're enjoying my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are the people that keep me employed here full-time. I wouldn't be able to be here day in and day out if it wasn't for their very wonderful support. Past subscribing, you can also support my content by checking out some of my very wonderful sponsors. MTGOtraders.com. I love to buy and sell some Magic Online cards with you. And if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, Warhammer, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. Oi, Punk's not dead. Thanks for shipping that Prime again this way this month. I appreciate that. Welcome back. BCWSupplies.com. I'd love to help you protect your very valuable Magic the Gathering cards. Thank you for the biddies as well. Using code Jeff10 at bcwsupplies.com, you can save 10% on all of your orders there. They do sleeves, deck box, and all sorts of other great stuff. Highly recommend their Elite Guard sleeves. They're like $6.50 for 80 of them. They put up to a lot of shuffling abuse. I am not gentle, and they keep up with me here. Lisa would like to get you on your way to a better night's sleep. Christy and I have been sleeping with Lisa for the last 4 months now, and we really love it. I don't think we'd ever go back to traditional pillow top mattress. You can save $160 or more on your new foam mattress with them by checking out links bit.ly/HoogleBedUS and bit.ly/HoogleBedCA. All right. Have you ever played Pokemon TCG? Yeah. If you dig back, on my YouTube channels, you can find me streaming some of their online client. And if you would like to find out why I stopped playing Pokemon TCG, you can read that blog post on my website about how I went to a paper Pokemon tournament. There were just like rampant cheating, and I got scummed out of a match. Just not a pleasant experience. And the other thing that's weird is like Magic doesn't have a huge online presence. Pokemon TCG's online Twitch presence is like non-existent. Like it was like heck small when I tried streaming it. Greater or less than your average Magic Fest? Probably more blatant, Zach. More blatant. What's Hex, right? Lol Hex. Hex is something people see in the PS store and install sometimes. The Pokemon Online client is very, very good. It's a very good digital client. It's like Magic Arena levels of good. I actually really like Pokemon as a game. It has a lot of depth to it. There's a Magic Fest happening this weekend, chat. Magic Fest, New Jersey. All right, spirits. They've got spirit. Yes, they do. They've got spirit. How about you? Perfect. Oh, it could be humans too. That's true. That's true. My head goes to spirits these days, but it could be humans. I don't think I'm trophying this turn. I'm just going to play this tapped and cast my opt. No, the Pokemon client's much lighter because it's cross-platform. It runs on Android and iOS. It's light like a mobile client needs to be. It could be Blue Morphoke. That's true too. All right, unclaimed territory. Name's human. Sweet. I think if I had to venture a guess, I would estimate that humans is a better matchup for us than spirits is. I don't think spirits is unwinnable, but it's probably worse than humans on average. Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, gosh, I'm gonna need to go to the dentist. My teeth are gonna fall out from all the candy we've drawn, chat. Is there any reason we're playing Consume the Meek over Ritualist? Yeah, Torrential Gearhulk. Their competitive Pokemon basically doesn't exist online. The client is casual only, which is fine if you're just like looking to play fun games, but I'm looking to like make content, which means I need viewers. Put a peace sign on it? That's actually a funny idea. I'll ask my graphics guy, Jekyll Girl. I think I'm going to take this hit here. And then I'm going to Field of Rune one of their lands at end of turn. Grab a swamp. And then we'll untap and Last Hope kill the Lieutenant. Oh, do they have another creature here? Well, now I just trophy the Lieutenant, right? A couple people have asked, how do I shuffle like that? I might have to make a small video. I don't know. It's just like how I learned to shuffle. So like you like put the cards in on the side and then you just push and you let your hand loosen it up as you push and they just kind of fan in there. Because I don't have double black, Justin. I don't have double black mana. My way to get my second black mana involves using the Field of Rune. So if I'm casting the trophy there, I don't have my second black. I mean, like, as far as, like, a non-land draw goes there, this one's close to the top, right? Like, Consume the Meek is pretty good. Yeah, and, like, that trophy was a 2-for-1, right? So, like, it's rare that you get a 2-for-1 trophy. Consumes better when you have Torrential Gearhulk, chat. My nanny taught my brother and I how to shuffle while she was teaching us poker. God bless. That's an interesting one. Yeah, you like the card Cryptic Command, Justin. Aether Vial is just like the thing Cryptic Command players have nightmares about. Yeah, this is some old technology. They usually have 2 basic planes these days, or 2 basic lands because of Field of Ruin explicitly. Oh man, this flips right away. Glad we drew a land. I'm just gonna grab another black source here. Just go ahead and cast this Damnation as a clean 2 for 1. Talia's really annoying. In January, mods will be able to see timeouts and ban histories and leave secret messages for other mods. In January? Oh, they're announcing things from TwitchCon that are that far out? That seems like really far out to announce. Feels bad that they like drew Cavern after we burned our field, but like I had to burn my field there. I didn't know that we were going to draw Black Source. Oh, you said November. I thought you said January. You say November? I thought I read January. Oh, there's timeout histories. Timeout history is really funny on this channel. It's a Moto feature. I paid a premium to get my card altered, just like I would in paper. You said January 1st. Okay. Yeah, January 1st. January's a while. The Seance deck was very bad. I like how the TwitchCon event just like straight up has less people than Savit's streaming arena. That's so great. It's so great having real people stream Magic these days. So I think I just do this and kill Noble Hierarch here, right? There's a Twitch, yeah, there's a TwitchCon event if you want to watch Gabby and Day9 play Arena. And then after that finishes, Worlds is this weekend. Is it too soon to make that joke? It might be too soon to make that joke. I heard real people. I'm not real people. I mean, Watsy doesn't acknowledge my existence. They don't love me, chat. They don't love me. Wow, this Consume the Meek is about to be good. All right, so here's the question. Do I save Liliana by using Assassin's Trophy here? I'm probably supposed to, right? Yeah, Day 9's good stuff. Gabby makes reasonable content too. They're both good content producers. There's a reason why Day 9 and Gabby are both very successful. Wait, what? Yes. Yes. Go to 6. Strix would be very good in this deck, Justin. Not to make you more sad, but they're right. Strix would be very good in this deck. And like, this is an instant, so I don't even have to, I get to like kill a Mantis Rider this turn too if they had one. It's clip worthy? I don't know. It doesn't even like shoot black beams out and destroy all the creatures in play. They just like very boringly go to the graveyard. Please, for the love of God, let this be a Mantis Rider. Just a Bugler. And they have this on Cryptic Command, right? So they just like think they're a lock here. Cast this Lieutenant. Come on. Come on. Cast the Lieutenant. Cast the Lieutenant. Come on. Come on. Yahtzee! Oh, it's so good. This is, it's tasty. Hook, line, and sinker chat. This is probably a concession consume. If I was required to venture a guess, I would assume that this is a concession consume. This is going to be a long pause where they see the card Consume the Meek for the first time, and then a concession. Nom 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 nom. Oh, nom 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 nom. And they said the Meek shall inherit the earth. They never met Sultai control, did they? Is showing this against the TOS very, very likely. You can find this deck list and other videos with it and many other deck lists on my website here. Why not trophy their vial? Because I'd rather just trophy the thing they play off their vial. Like, why do I care about the vial? The trophy is a Doomblade. A Doomblade's super valuable here. No, you're seeing the Thought-Knot Seer images. Magic Online throws up random colorless cards when it's lagging. I was thinking about snapping an op, but like snapping trophy here is probably just better, right? Teachings, hieroglyphic illumination, just name any number of 4 and 5 mana cards and just like stop putting Clunk in my deck, chat. Stop it. Stop trying to put Clunk in the deck. I don't want to be able to hear the deck from the end of the hallway coming at me. I want to be cool and quiet. Just be very quiet while hunting humans. You know how you die with decks like this? You don't die because you didn't have enough 4 mana spells in your deck. You die because you had too many. Bob's never cool to make this deck better. Robert Bob Fedant. Yeah, like the screen shifting up to show like this stupid little like red line. If we queue into Dredge, will you play? No, we'll just die. Like, you could maybe have a snowball's chance before they had Creeping Chill, but now that they have Creeping Chill, you can't even just like hope to race them. Pretty much just straight dead. I want to make sure I have time to play all the as many matches as possible, and like playing Dredge won't be playing a match, it'll just be me dying. Listen, this game was over when we 5-for-1 them with the Consume the Meek, but they've been playing since anyways. Get my Thought-Knot Seer emblem trigger, make some tokens. What are my feelings on Creeping Chill? It made Dredge more linear. Modern's very much about being linear a lot of the time, probably fine. I think Dredge was fine before Creeping Chill, and it's almost certainly fine after. Our sideboard plans also very clean here. I get to bring in another Abrupt Decay, a Damnation, and a Liliana, and I get to cut these Logic Knots and a Cryptic Command. Just like super clean in and out. Drag the curve down a scotch, get another sweeper. Get some more spot removal. bed. I mean, watching people get got's a good time. Yeah. Huh. Justin, am I allowed to keep this? I'm gonna give it to you, Justin, because I'm not gonna take responsibility. Just now on the TwitchCon Magic event, Legion War Boss got to make a goblin because Day9 didn't realize how to make a stop. Alright, I'll mulligan. I just would like the record to reflect that I would keep that hand because I believe. You don't get an opinion, I'm keeping this one. Let's draw some lands. I like that the Damnation didn't move, me too. My body is ready to never draw a land and die. God bless us, everyone. And if we can manage to get to 3 lands, Pulse of Murasa picks the fetch land back up and gets us to 4, which is great. Pulse, never forget, Pulse is a land drop when you need it to be. Why do you have to like one more than the other, Dark Slaughter? They're both great flavors. Alrighty. We are 2-0 in this league, and we're 2-0, right? Oh gosh, this is only the second match. That first match was so long, it felt like 2. We're 1-0. We're 1-0 and we're up a game in the second match. Alright. I have to be done in 90 minutes, Justin. 90 minutes. Because I have to drive to the daycare. Yeah, there's one Consume in the main deck. Sure. They very appropriately price how much they charge you if you're late to pick up your kids from daycare. It's like $15 for the first 5 minutes if you're late, and then like $15 a minute after the first 5 minutes. So I'm not going to be late. What time will you be back tonight? About sometime between 8:30 and 9, most likely. Yeah, I agree, Twitcher. Strippers cost less. The Wizards is okay. It has a tough time against Dredge, so if you're expecting to play against that, I'd shy away from it, but I think it's got game against most things. That's a dude, you're right. That is a do not be late fee. So because they played the Noble Hierarch, I'm gonna let them get to combat here. So this way they attack with both. I'm gonna decay the Thalia before damage, obviously, but we take one less because they don't get an Exalted trigger. It's only $840 for the first hour, right? They have another Thalia here, I'm pretty sad. Unless we draw an untapped land, then I'll be fine. This is another Thalia, though. It means I can't, Oh, is this, it's lit up for humans they're having trouble? I wonder if this is a, This is a Meddling Mage, or a Phantasmal Mage. How far away is the daycare? About 10 minutes. Not far. You can like drive end to end in Bloomington in like a half hour. Nothing's particularly close. Or nothing's particularly far is what I mean. Huh. No, Damnation is fine. Like, Damnation is just a good name. So they've named Damnation and Trophy. Yeah, I think this is just a Nimble Doomblade turn. I think this is just a Nimble Doomblade turn. It's one of the reasons why this card is good. Just like flashes and unblocks. The TLDR is they basically ran out of money. The servers are on, but nobody's home, basically. They made a post in January or sometime earlier this year saying they didn't have money to pay for the art assets for their most recent set. That is another Phantasmal Image. Another dork. That's gross. It was July. Okay, yep. Fatal Push. Yep, they're covering all their bases here. These damn meddling kids. Is this a mayor? Yep. All right. Poppy needs black source. Poppy needs black sauce. Untapped black mana. Untapped black mana. Untapped black mana. Ew. Is this a concession, Damnation? Have we thoroughly broken their spirit with the bird Doomblade? Bye, friends. Goodbye. Oh, we have a bye friends emote now. We have a bye emote. Look at that. Look at that. Chat's on the ball. So I totally just pulse my Verdant Catacombs here and like fetch a 4-ish trophy this Mantis Rider. Which again, this is like kind of shows why Pulse is really good, right? Like not only does it help us hit land drop, but like stabilizing our health here is very good. Just like helps us make sure we don't die by mistake. Yeah, those emotes from my channel work everywhere. So when you're watching a modern Grand Prix or a modern Open, feel free to spam those Stoneforges and Karn emotes. Zip. Man, they have one whole card left. How are we ever going to win the game now? Oh no, I can't cast spells that cost 4 or more. What about this one? Oh wait, that's a creature, so that one's legal. That one's legal. Too legit to quit. Why no clicks? Because this card cycles. Meddling Mage is not a trigger. Meddling Mage is a replacement effect as it enters the battlefield, as Dan Ward does or doesn't know. You know. The judges thinks he does know that though. Nimble Obstructionist doesn't stifle things against humans. It's a 3/1 flash blocker. Didn't you tell everyone last time you were playing this deck that it was awful? Yeah, this entire stream is built and monetized around the idea of playing decks that are awful. It's basically my entire business model. You can also pulse back Nimble Obstructionist, that's true. Half the people in Modern show up with decks that are mostly unplayable. Yeah, every time we've played this deck, we 4-1 with it. And we're 1-0 in this league, and we're probably winning this match. Do they know I can cast Torrential Gearhulk? We're about to find out. It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna Gearhulk, trophy the Teague, untap Damnation. We'll get our pulse back. We'll pulse the Gearhulk back. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine, chat. It's gonna be fine. Man, all the way down to 10? This is close. This is close, chat. Gosh, could you imagine if we had a mouse over overlay for this application and you could like mouse over the Meddling Mage on your Twitch screen and like see what it's on? That would be so absurd. Oh, there's a decay in here because it doesn't matter. None of their things cost more than 3 and they don't have basic lands left in their deck. Do 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 do. Why wouldn't they block? Who knows? Why are they still playing Magic? All of these are questions we'll never be able to answer. Half the reason this deck takes so long to play League, Justin, is because people just like hate actually conceding. This is adorable. Like, I have just, you know what? You know, you do you, opponent. You do you. Yeah, I think so. Oh no, chat. What if they get another 2-power creature? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! No! How can we ever win the game? Oh no! I would like this Torrential Gearhulk, please. Listen, sometimes Snapcaster's gonna take one for the team, chat, okay? Somebody's gotta jump in front of that bus. It's gonna be old Snappy Boy here. Snapcaster 007. Yeah, we can Gearhulk, Pulse, Snapcaster Mage. You tap dual lands without choosing a color by look in the hotkey menu. There's a hotkey that's defined. I think it's M by default. Mine is C, but I know I've rebounded it. Is it W? It's W. Okay. Is it M? I have no idea what it is by default, but I have all my hotkeys are different. Hey, Commander, thank you for the 10-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. I don't know about you, opponent, but I'm feeling 22. Do 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 beep 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 beep. I'm on opponent. Jeff has kids to pick up at 5:30. All right, let's snap Abrupt Decay this Tig. They don't have a Cavern of Souls, which makes this Cryptic Command that much better. Oh, yeah. Just the feels when your Cryptic Command draws a Cryptic Command, chat. If you've... Listen, that's the hit control players live for in Modern, chat. That's the one they really want. Hey, you Motivo, MTG, welcome to Focus Coming over from there. We're hanging out playing some Modern today. It's just, oh no, not Aether File. Oh no, chat, somebody hold me. How will we ever beat Aether File? All right. Hour and 23 minutes. We're through 2 matches. I might only get to play 4 matches here. Yeah, main deck Consume the Meek because you want to diversify your sweepers for the human matchup, so they can't lock you off of. They can't lock you off of them. Also, Consume the Meek flashes back with Torrential Gearhulk for just like all the value. In fact, if you look really closely at the Gearhulk art, you see these little people. These are the people he's about to slaughter with Consume the Meek. There, I have 1 bit lat fluffer nutter. Thank you for the biddies, I appreciate it. There is Snack. He's a hungry boy. It's fine. Our opponent's going to go turn 1, Faithless Looting, discard a Stinkweed Imp, but I'm going to concede the match and we'll be fine. Oh, this is Janice. I think they usually play Storm. This is good. I want to see how this match plays out. No, they can't be good at Storm. I read on Reddit that there aren't any good Magic players in the friendly leagues. Come on now, chat. Everybody knows that. Duh. They are now. All the bad players went to Arena. Oh. Let's check out our options here real quick. Yep. I like to imagine this from the opponent's point of view. Oh, good, it's Hoagland. He usually plays terrible decks. To be fair, this stream is basically a not-for-profit organization that donates money to people who play friendly leagues on Magic Online. It's a good pile. It's almost like they know what's up. For-profit charity. That is not, it's not how that one works. We're gonna trophy this Barrel and still die in a blaze because that's how Storm works. So they cast this, I trophy this in response, they cast a bunch of other rituals with their other land, we die anyways. Yeah, they're gonna have 6 mana here. We're not deterministic at this point. They only have 2 rituals in their bin. Much money for me to make a shuffling tutorial. I might just do it. I don't actually shuffle like this in tournaments a lot of the time because this does bend the cards and people are kind of pimpy about having their cards bent. If I have a deck that I've borrowed from somebody and they've explicitly said they don't mind me shuffling their deck like this. All right, so we're dead. So they're gonna Noxious Revival the Grape Shot and then cast Manamorphose and kill us. I'm shuffling my shuffling deck. Oh, does it feel good? What's my board plan here? This is out. I think these are out. Pulse is definitely out. Trim a trophy. This is probably too many trophies. Do I want to leave a couple of Damnations in? I probably want to leave a couple of Damnations in. Yeah, they're definitely boarding it empty. Is two Damnations enough? Cryptic might just be too clunky in general. Want to say thanks for making me stop wasting time and use the best card in Magic Arena, the credit card, but having a good time with Grixis Dragons. It feels like I don't know how I could like show what I do up close, but I honestly am not sure if I know how to teach this. These BCW sleeves have been really good. They're good price too, like $6.50 for 80 of them. They take my side packing there very nicely. They also normal riffle well. Yeah, Nightveil Predator is a fine card. I think I want one more Damnation in here. I'm going to trim another Cryptic. I probably never want to draw that many Cryptic Commands. The card's very clunky in this matchup. So, against these heavily interactive decks like this, Storm players tend to board out their, Gifts Ungiven, leaving just Past and Flames in. Our BCW is completely opaque in the black. The black ones are. So some of the lighter colors are not, but the black ones are. There's a few colors. There's black and a couple of the other colors that are opaque in the back. I'm forgetting which ones they're offhand, but there's like 2 or 3 that are opaque and you can play double face cards, and then 2 you can't. Double Ego. Okay. Sign me up. Take your grape shot, take your empty. Good luck. I never realized until I started doing that on stream that like that's a thing that other people don't do. That's just like how I've always side shuffled cards. You have to bend them is the key. You have to bend them. Like, and that's why a lot of people don't like it happening to their cards, because you have to bend the cards for it to happen. They didn't Serum Visions. I'm definitely not here to not windmill this. I wonder if Ego... I wonder if Ego is actually better than Damping Sphere in the sideboard. Okay, so they drew Remand. When they didn't negate me, it must have been Remand. So they have 3 Empty the Warrens. I'm just gonna take a screenshot and a Thing in the Ice here, and then Mediocre Beats. Yeah, I have Flare coming up again soon. Maybe I should do that. Yeah, they cut Electromancer. Cutting Electromancer is pretty common because black decks have Collective Brutality. Sweet, we get to take their Empty the Warrens away now. All right. And they left 2 Gifts Ungiven in their deck. The fact that they have Gifts Ungiven in their deck makes me want to leave Disdainful Stroke. Well, makes me want to bring 1 Disdainful Stroke in, I think. I'm just gonna cut this last Cryptic Command. I'm gonna trim an Opt, actually. Let's do that. I think I don't do that enough. This hand's not great, but it's definitely a keep. Yeah, birding Storm Trigger is not bad. .jpg for sure. At least playing against Storm means that win or lose, it's over pretty quick. So we can hopefully get in 4 to 5 matches here. They could kill us next turn, especially with an extra land, but I think it's right to just take this off the board here. Fun fact, this is the only Assassin's Trophy in my deck currently. Yeah, boarded out the other 3. Shame it wasn't a push or a decay. I wonder if I want to split my pushes and trophies like 3-2. Get emptied and die probably. What on God's Green Earth costs 6 mana? This is like in, oh, Past in Flames. Okay, yep. Yep. You have to cast a cantrip here too? No, they only have 4. No, the bird's just good in general. It's a very flexible card. Honestly, a lot of the time, just... magic. There's a lot of times where you're able to just like flash in as a 3/1 and block things, and when it's not good, you can just pay 3 and draw a card. No, 5:30. I have an hour. Hopefully, if we just get killed 1 or 2 more times, we'll be on our way. We're gonna do a Magic Arena stream tonight, Bob. You can Stifle the Storm trigger. Storm is a trigger that goes in the stack. You've played a lot of Storm, Janice. Storm is basically, Storm has a lot of really terrible games of Magic. It's one of the more offensive decks in Modern. Like what the format is though sometimes. Why is the Arena format preferred? So Arena is like an actual video game. It has graphics and effects and sound clips, and the whole experience is just much smoother. It has an auto tapping feature that's really elegant. So the timer also works differently, so the rate of gameplay is more natural and mirrors paper Magic better. Honestly, Navier, one of the things that's so obnoxious about Magic Online is that a lot of the things Magic Online has issues with aren't even related to the rules engine. It's just these little tedious interface things that just like don't work how you'd expect them to or how they should. Yeah, and without the extension, that Arena has an extension where viewers can mouse over the cards to see what they do. Without that, it's just like much harder for new people to keep up. I think that alone is probably a big part of why my standard numbers are better. Yep. Random lockups, you know, just... Yeah, the blue-red mill deck was a steaming dumpster fire. The extension is a third-party application that grabs information that MTG Arena dumps to a text file. My standard viewer numbers are an average 50 to 100% more than my average modern viewer numbers. I have significantly more people when we stream standard on Arena most of the time. What is their hand? It's a good modern deck under $500. My article this week on Cool Stuff Inc. was on green black elves, and you can build budget elves for under $300. The YouTube numbers for both are actually very similar. I think I just let this resolve because I kill it with Damnation. My YouTube numbers for both are very similar because it's much harder to generate new traffic on YouTube than it is to generate new traffic on Twitch. Because like when I stream on Twitch, I'm at the point where I have enough viewers that I end up towards the top, which means that when I'm up there, it's easier for new people to come in. Yeah, I like green black elves a lot. It's one of my favorite decks in the format. Actually, it's funny, since I started making standard content, my modern videos actually have more views on YouTube. In large part, I assume because there's less of them. So like when I stream, you know, 40 hours a week of modern, most people can't watch all of my modern. But when I stream, you know, 15 hours a week of modern, a lot of people can watch all 15 hours of it. Well, that was a good example of opponent keeping a garbage hand and us never drawing a land. Good, clean, interactive game of Magic. Yeah, elves are great. Elves are my #1 pick for modern leading into the Invitational. Pretty confident I'm going to play some version of that there. I didn't knock the Etch Champion because I had Damnation in my hand. And Etch Champion only represents 2 points of damage a turn on its own, which is not a lot of damage when I'm at 18. I don't want to lose the sideboard cards, Bob. Dredge with Creeping Chill just like isn't different than normal Dredge. It's just like a crappy deck that like, it's a fine card. It's a fine deck that loses to people that want to beat it. That's how Dredge has always been, and Creeping Chill doesn't change that. Most of my green sources deal damage to me non-carver, and I was taking enough damage at that point where I'd have to draw running lands, and I'd prefer just like not show them that there's green cards in my deck. I really don't like Burn right now. I think the format's because it has enough good linear decks in it at the moment that Burn just gets pretty outclassed pretty easily. Did TwitchCon not allow people to get their badges in the mail? I chose not to hold up rejection on one. Let's see if I get punished. Yep. Yay, fast mana. Yay, Assassin's Trophy. Who's a good little trophy? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Who's a good little trophy? Daddy loves his good little trophy. Resolves. Yeah, Nerdster. At Gen Con this year, there were just a ton of people that were stuck in lines. Just like, why didn't you get that stuff mailed to you? The Cryptic looks like that because Magic Online is quality software. Oh man, we drew a Snapcaster. This Rest in Peace is so good. I might actually trim a Snap for game 3 if they're gonna have a bunch of rips in their deck. 100 gigabyte download, that's like 10 whole minutes. Can't wait 10 minutes for your game to download, that's unreasonable. Man, crap, we're down to 19. Under pressure. Bum 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 bum. 100 gigabytes is a week? That's some rough stuff. Is that one of them third world countries I've heard about? God, I can't live without my fiber, chat. You all need to get more fiber in your diet, okay? I'll need more fiber in your diet. Need to upgrade to AOL. Maybe boarding out my Nimble Obstructionist was wrong, just because I need ways to kill people. I have 2 Last Hopes in my deck, right? Gosh, that would be a good draw right now. Just like kill the Signal Pest and start ticking up. It's possible like the random Jace in my sideboard is worse than just like another Liliana the Last Hope. Yeah, I could bounce draw the Rip. That just like doesn't seem worth it. I guess it turns the Snapcaster online. I don't know. I want a Damnation this turn, I think. I have to leave in about 45 minutes to grab the kids. So we're playing this match and then maybe one more. Oh man, what if they modular onto this Arcbound Ravager? Anybody else hungry, chat? Hungry for some Arcbound Ravager? My oldest is 4 and he doesn't really read well yet, so we need to get that covered before we That was nice of you. play out another creature before I cast my sweeper. I appreciate you, opponent. My timing sucks here. I should have waited to see if they sacrificed artifacts. I got excited. They gave me a free Signal Pest. I apologize. Oh, do they have Stubborn Denial? They have Stubborn Denial. I unfortunately don't have anything to punish you with, so you got me. I mean, Cryptic's like, okay, Cryptic doesn't get to draw a card if it bounces the Arcbound Ravager because they'll sacrifice it to itself, which sucks. I'd like to draw a card with this Cryptic. I guess that's the line now, though, since we drew the Liliana. This turns off the Mox Opal, which is nice. Hopefully they cast a spell pre-combat and I get to go like counter your spell, bounce your Arcbound Ravager. Tap, bounce, rip. Oh, I guess they are off white mana, huh? That's a good suggestion, Telepresence. Didn't matter because we killed them. But yeah, I think you're right. Tap, bounce, rip's a good suggestion. Gets the rip auto play since the Mox Opal's turned off. I'm just gonna swap a snap for a Nimble here, just very small change. Nimble's pretty okay here anyways, and like it's evasive, has a little bit more power, and like it's better against Rest in Peace. And if they top deck Stubborn Denial, I think we'll be okay. Like we get a redraw then. Seems pretty good. We are 2-1 in this league. We died to Storm, and we beat Humans, and we beat something else. I don't remember what the first match was. Oh, we beat the Blue-Red Phoenix deck. It's a good pickup. Just need some lands. Died game 1 in this set, so we kept 2 lands and died. We kept one land opt on 6 and never found a 3rd land. Sure. Sure. They take the Fatal Push, we just untap in Brutality. They take the Brutality, we'll probably just Fatal Push here. I think this Verdant's getting a basic swamp. If we Fatal Push this turn, the Verdant's getting a basic swamp. If we don't, it's probably getting Breeding Pool. And the Delta can get basic swamp to cast Collective Brutality next turn. They could go for one of the bigger threats like Last Hope here and just like leave us both of our pieces of spot removal, which I think I'm also okay with. Last Hope's like pretty good on this board. I think if they take they took the Damnation, really? Okay, interesting. Huh. Should I escalate this Brutality to check their hand? I feel like I should. Like, they have, like... I think I want to, like, we're, like, infinite turns from this Gearhulk doing anything, right? Oh, fetching with this sequence means if I draw Island like this, I can't Last Hope. It's loose. Loose. That was bad on my part. I was thinking through to like, what am I doing next turn? Not like, what am I doing like 2 or 3 turns from now? was a bad fetch. Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised to see Etch Champion here. Cranial Plating Mox Opal. Okay. That really makes the taking Damnation weird. Because, like, Last Hope just, like, destroys them here, right? If we hit the Black Source. God, I wish I would have fetched correctly. I should have fetched Watery Grave into basic Swamp. They might, like, float Opal, play Plating here, which is, like, not unreasonable. They drew a land they can equip and smash. But, like, even the Plating's not that much damage at the moment. Ding. Ding. Gosh, we're so smart fetching that green source, chat. Just the smartest, thinnest Magic the Gathering player. We're gonna boop this in response to the equip, because if they drew a fat stubby D, I don't want them to counter my Assassin's Trophy. Take 2. Black Source, please. I mean, you know, kinda. I'm gonna do this now just in case they don't have a second basic. No, oh, I should have put a stop on. I hit my cancel auto pass and just like Magic Online never detects anything. Yeah, just like you Magic Online. I wanted to do this on my turn to turn their Mox Opal off, and like it just never detects when you cancel an auto pass because that's Magic Online being slow as molasses. If like the deck full of artifacts doesn't grab an artifact for a turn, they have Metalcraft off. Just infinitely behind because of that stop. This application is very frustrating. It's always been frustrating. It's just like now we know we have something better, so it just like feels worse because like we have an alternative. All right, if we hit, we can have land Snapcaster for the Damnation that's in our bin. We can also hit Damnation or Consume the Meek. Assassin's Trophy also buys us an incredible amount of time, so maybe we can play from behind here. Okay. You ever pinch your car in a door? You ever pinch your hand when you're closing a door? Did you stop walking through doors after that happened? No, you didn't? Weird. Don't stop using your tools because you messed up one time. Maybe next time, just don't mess up. It's not your tool's fault you messed up. They have Springleaf Drum here. Oh. Well, thanks for the extra health, I guess. We are drawing the trophies. Wow, they have 3 basics. That is I like that. I think that's the appropriate response to like how many fields and paths and stuff are in the format. Just like play more trophies. I just kill this Memnite. Killing this Memnite probably buys me 2 or more points of health. This is when they draw their 3rd plating, you're correct. That's exactly how that works. I guess Cryptic Command counters the final activation on that, so taps their team. It would be the 4th plating, wouldn't it? So I think I just pass here and I take a hit for 3 down to 6. Then the following turn, I Cryptic tap their team when the Antiquities War goes off, and then I untap and Damnation after that. So ideally, I want them to like play their stuff out here, so like the Antiquities War is likely to kill me. So I can potentially get more with this Damnation. We're just like dead to stub at any point, but like when aren't we dead to stub? Yeah, the donation queue is linked in the navigation at the top, Rick. It's under the live stream. All right, give me that fat stubby D. The way this game has gone, they have it. Do 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 do. Fire up them next side, opponent. Fire them up. Fire them up. Light them up, be doo doo doo. Deep. Damn it. Yeah, I'm snapping Cryptic. I gotta figure out what I want to do with it. It's definitely tap counter, right? Bounce tap, whatever, same difference. Now they haven't played a land yet. It's not the same difference. It gives them more mana. It's actually much worse. They didn't play a land yet, right? I don't remember if they'd played a land. If they played a land already, it's pretty bad to do that. All right, so Snap's got to die to the Consume the Meek here. Would really like to draw Pulse of Murasa. Actually, it's worth noting that the Collective Brutality that I binned our Torrential Gearhulk off of on turn 2, like, it really could have potentially has cost us this game. Like, if I had a Gearhulk in my hand when we hit 6 lands, we'd have run them over very quickly. Yeah, I'm definitely coming back tonight for Standard, Rick. It'll be sometime between 8:30 and 9 o'clock. Probably sometime between 8 and 9. Give me a green card. And again, I think, and this is one of the things that makes Magic so difficult to like get better at as a game. If we lose this game, it's likely because I made the wrong decision on turn 2. It's currently turn 13. And it's just so, yeah, I'm going to stifle an Aether Grid activation here just to draw a card. This card's not doing anything else while that card's in play. Might as well dig to a Snapcaster or a green card. Yeah, the missed pause put us behind 2. That's true. Just like a mistake early and a misclick late. Enjoy. I mean, we're technically winning the race. They're doing 1 to us here and we're doing 3 to them. Hey, Rick. There's the donation to Bump Up Fog. Thank you for the support. Now, this fetches are colorless. So technically, it's a colorless card. Know your technicalities. Jeez, Magic player that didn't know their technicalities. So that's bad with no board, but it actually gives them a 4th artifact, so they can tap 2 and kill my Creeping Tar Pit now. Alright, sweet. So we're dead to Galvanic Blast, but my Creeping Tar Pit's alive and it's racing. So if they just like draw some more affinity cards here, like lands and 1/1s, we can win this. Gonna activate this and press my auto pass key. The green cards, this match has just been a very good example of like why the green splash is very good in blue black control rate. Like we'd be very dead if we didn't have answers like these cranial platings and stuff like that. That's also their 4th cranial plating of the game. Yeah, Pulse of Murasa is also an absurdly good draw. Not anymore. So now we're gonna draw Pulse of Murasa. All right. They are dead in 3. I'm pretty confident we would have won this game if I either would have put that stop correctly or not discarded my Gearhulk on turn 2. See, I don't think I set it out my pulse is. All right, one more brick. One more brick. Brick by brick. They haven't even drawn bricks. They've like drawn cards that do stuff. This is the part where they draw Galvanic Blast and kill us, or like the third in soul thing. Survey says, ayo! All right, we're 3-1. We're 3-1. Actually, I am working with my graphics designer to add a brick emote in our last slot. We have one open emote slot at the moment, a 35th slot. So, Justin, are you still here? Justin, are you here? Are you still here, Justin? Because I'm gonna let you make a choice since you paid for this league. I have 35 minutes. If I leave by 20 till I can get there on time. So do you want me to start this knowing I'm going to concede the match if it's still going at 35 minutes? Do you want me to save it for the next time we play Modern? Your choice. There's a good chance we can finish, but... we died to Storm. We're 3-1. Save 35 minutes. But oh, we win this no matter what? Okay. Hopefully we play against... Hopefully we find an aggro deck and someone who can actually play Magic Online quickly. They're gonna like play turn 1 Celestial Colonnade and we're gonna weep inside. This deck probably has a pretty good Lantern Control matchup, honestly. 4 trophies, a Decay, and 4 Cryptic Commands, and like Snapcasters and Gearhulks. Yeah, if they're Dredge, I just get to concede and go get the kids now. That would be great. Yeah, Pulse is also decent versus Lantern. I'm banning people. Dredge is a bad word right now. Yeah, Ego's probably fine against Lantern too. No, I actually really want to play against Tron. If you look at the sideboard, we've got a Rejection, 2 Strokes, 2 Negates, 3 Damping Spheres, and 2 Egos. I feel like our post-board configuration against Tron, especially with these trophies too, we could have a real shot. Actually, would really like my opponent to play a Tron land, so I can like see how that feels. Sure. And this, like, this is one of the reasons why, like, I often talk about, like, people ask me about testing, and that's why I think it's such a bad joke when people talk about Magic Online being good testing versus other things. Just like, good testing should be playing matches that you want to play against players that you know are good on reasonable decks, so you can see how those matches play out. Like right now, in theory, I think our Tron matchup is reasonable post-board, but I have no idea. I haven't actually played it. I think Consume is good. I think you want a split of sweepers against humans anyways, and Consume is the right second sweeper. Maybe they're playing Spirits and they didn't have a 1-drop. Yay! Woo! Magic! I've never been so excited to see a Noble Hierarch in my life. This Liliana is about to be great. Liliana is hungry. Up, up, and away. It's Bant Dredge. I'm gonna go ahead and try and snap up tier, because if they like spin the wheel to try and find a spell crawler, I can just like untap and Damnation. Or if they spell crawler right now, I can just like crack a fetch Fatal Push. Spin to win. Spin to win. Do. Oh man. Oh man. So I want triple blue, and I don't really want to shock myself against an aggressive deck. So I'm gonna grab fetch a basic island here. I'm gonna Fatal Push this. Then we'll cast my Op tier. We only have to defend Liliana for a very small amount of time here before she gets an emblem. Looking for Doom Blades. Looks like a Doom Blade to me. Am I going to GP Kansas City in 2019? I don't have any my paper events scheduled that far out. It'll probably depend on like where I'm at in life and what standard looks like. We are 3-1. We died to Storm. Thanks, Janice. I'd be happy to hook him up after we're done. I've hosted Dingus before. You have a 4-mana spell? That's cute. Me too. Sure. 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 They're not the 2 cards. I think I'm gonna wait to alt this Liliana. Actually, I can plus here, which takes all of its power away, right? And then I can just Damnation. Bye, friends. We get to Pulse of Murasa, back our Snapcaster Mage. Yeah, like, now they have to race a Lily emblem with Lily still in play. That's the key part here, really, is that, like, Lily is gonna stay in play, killing their stuff while the emblem is generating tokens. Whoa, do you smell what we're cooking, chat? It's delicious. That was quite delicious. Tasty. All right, Decay, Liliana. So, I feel like this is actually an interesting question. Do I want the last Damnation in this matchup? I almost feel like I don't. Like, they have Selfless Spirits, and they have Mausoleum Wanderers. They have a lot of things that make this 4-mana card awkward. I think I just submit like this. You think I want Dispel? Yeah, okay, buy Dispel. It's very good against Collected Company. Cryptic Command's a little clunky. I like the Dispel suggestion. Honestly, I think this Jace should just be a third last hope. Jace is kind of whatever, and Liliana's very, very good in matchups like this, and like she's fine against grindy decks. Consume the Meek flashes back with Torrential Gearhulk. Should probably add a Consume the Meek command at the rate that question gets asked. No, I don't think so. Cryptic Command's a fog. Fog draw. People undervalue fog draw card. This was probably bad. I don't know. At least this thing could be anything. It's like I don't actually know what's in this hand yet because it's got 2 ops. Gotta take a look at our options before we know what's up. Is this deck harder to pilot than Grixis Shadow? I have no idea. I don't like to talk about like difficulty of decks being played because it just turns into like this ego pissing contest basically in my experience. I'm gonna bottom that. I'm just looking for Doomblades. Like that. That's a Doomblade. We're playing 6 mana 5/6s because I couldn't find Worm Coils. I'm gonna trophy this Rest in Peace now, I think. This is an important interaction. The Rest in Peace gets exiled, the trophy goes to my graveyard. This means I can snap back the trophy later. Yeah, everybody always boards and rip against Snapcaster decks. So at some point in my life, someone will board in a rip against my Snapcaster deck and I won't have 3 Snapcasters in my hand. Yep. No, that was a joke, Davis. All right, I mean, also, a happy side effect of Consume the Meek is that it doesn't get spell quellered because of its mana cost. So let's draw an untapped land here. Game 3, sweet. We'll play the entire league and have plenty of time to go get the kids. Can you elaborate on the sequencing mechanic on why Rest in Peace goes into the graveyard? So, Rest in Peace is impacted by its own effect when it's leaving play. As Rest in Peace is leaving play, its effect is still happening, and Rest in Peace leaves play while Assassin's Trophy is resolving, so it's impacted by its effect. But Trophy doesn't leave the stack until Rest in Peace is gone. So when Trophy leaves the stack, Rest in Peace is gone, so its effect is no longer present. We didn't push Snap Push because their spirits had hexproof. And my name's not Alex Bertoncini. So while I'm allowed to play Magic, I'm not allowed to cheat while I play Magic. No, the Pulses are very good in a matchup like this. I guess they're less good if they're Rest in Peacing me. The Lord cost 3 mana. I did not have Revolt. My 4th land was a Creeping Tar Pit. I did not have a land after that. You have to be there by 6, Lost Thurgoyf. It's currently 20 after 5. I'm gonna go ahead and Collective Brutality here. Ding. Just snake him on a weekend here. You're way more comfortable with Vials than I am. So here's the thing. Vials give your opponents sequencing tricks, but Vial is actually card disadvantage. And matches like this generally come down to grinding each other out. And so while Vial is definitely annoying, generally speaking, you should be fine leaving it in play because it puts your opponent down a card. So if they drew Curse Catcher, they get to counter this, but if I let them untap, they could have Rattle Chains to save it. And they have Noble Hierarchs, so that's probably coming in anyways. Sure, it's another mana source carver. It's like a mana creature in a way. But yeah, when people flood out, they flood out because they don't have enough action, right? So like, it's a very similar parallel. It's like if they drew another land a lot of the time. Is an apt comparison. They're spending a card to gain tempo, is what they're doing, which is generally speaking not a worthwhile exchange. This is game 3. We died very quickly. Game 2. Stumbled on lands. Am I supposed to pulse to gain 6 here? Are we in the market to Pulse of Murasa or Brutality? Unfortunately, my name is not Alex Bertoncini, so I'm not going to be able to make that play. Is Trophy better than Abrupt Decay? Yep, that's why I'm playing 4 trophies and 1 Abrupt Decay. Gosh, if Pulse was regrowth, it would be a modern staple. Quote me on that. Just like any card gain 6. That's just like patently not true. Like these decks wouldn't just like add 3 lands if they weren't playing Aether Vial. I think I'm just taking hits here. Okay. It's very possible I should just burn this Pulse to draw a land last turn to gain 6. They have a spell queller here. We're probably dead. Collected Company, also not very good for us. Oh, this just lets them turn it into, yeah, this was bad. I should have just plussed on their spirit. This was loose. They get to just activate their Moorland Haunt. Wasn't thinking about the repercussions of this. I actually just, like, gave them 2 power. Yeah, we get to Gearhulk a trophy. I totally should have just taken her and plussed her on the 2/2 spirit. I mean, is Gearhulk in the trophy decent? I'm like losing the race by a significant margin. I'm like, I'm gonna kill a 2/2 spirit token with it. I don't know. I don't know what world y'all are living in that you think that puts us in an okay spot, but it's not reality. I guess I kill the Lord. Like, still not very good for us. I mean, the land part's whatever. It's mostly just like what they have left over afterwards is like still really good. In fact, their holding cards is a tough nut to crack also. And I've been in a better spot if I'd used the Liliana a bit better. We'd have like been continuously reducing the power of their things, and like this Gearhulk would have been able to have a better impact. Alright, they're down to 1 card here, so like if I can work through this stuff, if I can like hit a Damnation here, we can then pick the Gearhulk back up after. So looking for like Damnation or Consume the Meek at this point. Have a Spell Queller. Have a Trog Skull Captain. That's actually dead, right? 6. We're 1 short of dead. But we are on 0 outs. Yeah, we're on 0 outs. Because even if I draw Damnation, they can counter unless I pay 3. And this costs me a health. This is counter unless we pay 3. That was close. I think that matchup's probably hard for us if I had to venture a guess. This is like Spirit's one redeeming quality is that it's supposed to be good against decks like what we're playing. Attack and they'll block 0%. There's 0% to block on that board. I haven't played Mono Red Keld. The 1000-year control deck we played was not good. I think this deck's fine. So that's our third league we've played with it. We're 4-1, 4-1, and 3-2. My only question about the sideboard is we were dead on board, Justin, is why I conceded. So I think this Jace is probably better as just like another Liliana. I think I probably could have played that last game a little bit better, but I'm not sure if it would have ultimately mattered because of the cards we ended up drawing. To make you play Skyrim for a whole stream dressed as a cat. I'm unsure. Am I playing some arena today? Yeah, I'm going to be back later tonight. I have to run and pick my kids up from daycare. And then they go to bed about 8:30. So I'll be on beat sometime between like 8 and 9 once they're asleep. So thanks everyone for watching. I appreciate it. I'll be back tonight with some standard on Magic Arena here on this channel. It's about 3.5 hours from now. Everybody have a good one.